Today we've got some surprising news all about CBS and upcoming Star Trek shows. Hello everyone, my name is Captain Jack and welcome to Trek Central. With one of the biggest community events, Star Trek Las Vegas, in full swing this week, all eyes are set on surprise announcements and hints of what is going on in the ever-growing Star Trek universe. Well, it seems like CBS took this opportunity to slide 2 new trademarks out for some upcoming shows. Thanks to the Reddit user whose name I can't pronounce but is on screen now, who posts this on the Discovery subreddit. It appears that CBS Studios have trademarked the following series names. First up is Star Trek Section 31. Now this is an obvious one because it's most likely going to be the title for the show led by Discovery actress Michelle Yeoh. The series is set to be all about her character and the Section 31 organisation. We reported yesterday in a video which you can watch via the description below that not much progress has been made on this series just yet. Well, today confirms that CBS are still partially committed to the idea of a Section 31 show, going to the trouble to trademark the name for it. An interesting choice for a series name, but at the same time it was kind of obvious for what it would be called. The next new trademark which caught us by surprise is Star Trek Prodigy. Some of us here at Trek Central got rather excited straight away and thought this might be news surrounding the much wanted Captain Pike series. This might not be the case, however. If we look at the definition of the word prodigy, we can see what it means. Someone with a very great ability that usually shows itself when that person is a young child. Going with that definition, it seems like this might be the series name for the animated Star Trek kids show that Nickelodeon are currently working on. Just to not confuse anyone, there are 2 animated series we know that are being worked on at the moment, this one and Star Trek Lower Decks. We know this kids show is in production, with the writing team being revealed this week on July 30th. Joining Dan and Kevin Hageman on the writing team are the following talented people: Julie Benson, Shauna Benson, Chad Quandert, Aaron Watzke, Lisa Shoot Boyd, Nicole Jairam, Erin McNamara, and Keith Sweet. My apologies if I butchered any names there. If Star Trek Prodigy is to be the name of the animated kids show, I can see it making perfect sense. Ultimately, we don't know what these new trademarks will align with until we see official announcements from CBS, but I will say that the Section 31 name is a giant giveaway for what it will match with. Now, I know some of you asked for any news on a Star Trek Pike show. Well, with the Las Vegas event in full swing, we've not heard any announcement just yet. During Anson Mount's panel this afternoon, he mentioned that he would love to return and tease an announcement, which turned out to be a joke about the Season 2 Blu-ray release of Star Trek Discovery. If you were there at Las Vegas, you would have enjoyed the panel as Jason Isaacs, who played Captain Lorca in Season 1, got up on stage and joked around with Anson Mount. The panel was great, and Anson Mount definitely touched on the idea of a Pike series, but it seems there is no official announcement just yet. We still have Saturday to go for Star Trek Las Vegas, so maybe they can fit something in there. We will have to wait and see.
Hit it.
Before we end off, I wanted to quickly rewind to last year. On the topic of trademarks, in 2018, CBS trademarked the following name: Star Trek Destiny. Now, many of us thought this would be the name for the Sir Patrick Stewart show, due to the connection of the Destiny series of books. Eventually, it turned out the show is simply to be called Picard, but what happened to this trademark? While it's not uncommon for studios like CBS to trademark random titles related to their brand, it is costly. So you only really submit a trademark if you intend to use the name. What if Star Trek Destiny is the name of a rumoured and much desired Star Trek Pike series we've all been wanting? It could work. Pike knows his destiny, and the name has a nice ring to it as well. Or it could be for something else we simply do not know at the moment. One final bit of information on trademarks: CBS has also filed for Prime Directive, the official Star Trek podcast, to be the name of a recently announced Star Trek podcast, which was unveiled at San Diego Comic-Con, and is to be hosted by Tawny Newsome, who is also a voice actress on the upcoming Lower Decks animated series. That's all we have on the trademark story for today. I expect more news on what these align with later in 2019 leading into 2020. We'll have to wait and see. Remember, this week is Star Trek Las Vegas, the official convention of Trek and the biggest on the planet. We here at Trek Central are covering it all weekend, so if you want to stay up to date with the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, then make sure to subscribe. Alternatively, you can follow us on social media for minute-by-minute updates as the news drops. I've been Captain Jack, thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.